Yes, I'll start by opening my Revit. I have Revit 24. Yeah, that's the version I'm currently using. Yes, there we go. Yeah, when your Revit opens, under recent files, there are models. Those are your recent files you've been working on. Yeah, but for this episode, I want to show you how you start a new project step by step. So we are going to open a new project. You come to models, you check where there is new. Under models, you click on new. You can either come in these templates, you look for architecture template. You can either open from here, architecture template, or that is if you cannot see it there, you go under English templates. Then we shall look for default metric. So you come to your browse. So under English, if you can't see English, that is in case it has not brought you straight where there is English. Maybe perhaps you're behind under templates. You come and look for English. You click on English. You come and look for default metric. Yeah, it's right here. You click on it. You open. Yeah, you'll see it here under template file. It's default metric. The extension is RTE. So we are creating a new project, not new template. So you make sure the blue is on project. You say OK. So when your project opens, this is our new project. The first thing I always start with is to save the project before anything happens. So I come under to my file here. Under file I click. I come to save as. Save as, I look for project. I'm saving a project. Come to project. You say OK. Then you give it a title. For this case, the file name we are giving it, we are going to design a 3-bedroom bungalow house step by step. So I can call it 3-bedroom. The file type is project files, RVT, that is Revit. I want to save it on a desktop. So I click on a desktop. I come here, I say OK. That is the first step. Then the next step is to check your units. So how do you check the units? The shortcut for units is UN. So you type UN on your keyboard. UN. So when you type UN, it will give you this dialog box. You come to length. You come to length. You check. You drop down under length. When you drop down under length, the units are here. Those are the working units for this entire project. So you may find when you opened your Revit, maybe perhaps your units were not in millimeters, but mine are already in millimeters. If you have them in meters, inches, feet, and you want them in millimeters, you tap on millimeters. Yeah, but for architects, most times we use millimeters. Yeah, we base draft with millimeters. You can use feet as well, but for this case, let us use millimeters. you click on millimeters, decimal places to 0 decimal places. Yeah, because those decimal places, you cannot round them on site. They become hard to read them on site. So that's why we give it to 0 decimal places. That's why we choose 0. Then for the units, since the entire project is millimeters, we may just say none, because we already know the project is millimeters. So you press OK. Here, OK as well. That's the second step. Then the third step, we create levels. How do we create our levels? We go to elevations. We look for elevations from this project browse, this side on our right. For this case, I can choose any elevation. Let me go with the east elevation. I click. When I open my elevation, it has levels already. It always has 2 levels. Level 1, which is on 0. Level 2, which is on 4 meters. That is 4,000 millimeters. Remember, we set our units in millimeters. That's why it is giving us 4,000. So how do we set our levels? For this bungalow, my ground, this level 1, I can name it as ground level, ground floor level. Ground floor level, which is at 0. Then this will be our roof level. At 4 meters. But we can use 3.5 is okay. 4 meters is also okay. But since our bungalow is not so big, just 3 bedroom, we can use 4 meters. We can use 3.5. It is 3,500. Sorry. So this is our ground floor level, then the roof level. So you come under your floor plans, you open ground floor level. So this is where we are going to do our spaces from. Under architecture, we have our walls, doors, window, component, column, roof, ceiling, floor, curtain systems, ramp, stairs. We have our room separators. Then we are up here on this pan of architecture. We have also architecture, structure, steel, precast system, insert, annotate, analyze, massing and site, collaborate, view, manage, adds and modify. Yeah, we shall look through all those ones when that time comes. But for this particular episode, I'm going to show you how we come out with the spaces. That is how we do the walls. So to start with, we are going to use this wall tool and architecture. Then what we shall use also is under modify. When you click under modify, we have our drafting aids. These ones help us while we are drafting. Yeah, they make drafting simple and they make our work easy. Yeah, so we are going to use basically the two. Under modify, we find our drafting aid. Then architecture, where we have all these. So we are going to do walls. We are going to design a 3-bedroom house. as I had said. So when you come to walls, you click on walls, it will give you these default walls, the ones you can see. Yeah, but you can choose this basic generic wall of 200 millimeters. You edit its type. Why do we edit its type? We want to make our own wall we are going to use. So you edit type, click on it, then you duplicate. So we are going to duplicate this wall we already have in the default one. So we duplicate it, we call it, for the wall thicknesses we are going to use 200 millimeters. So we can use, we can call it 200 millimeter thick wall. We can name it like that. We say OK. Then we come to edit. We are editing its parameters. So you edit. So remember our walls, we always have the brickwork. Then on the sides, we have the finishing on both sides. Yeah, so we are going to add other layers on top of this wall of ours. So we are going to insert 2 layers. So the first layer under structure here, the first layer is going to have the finish. Then the middle one, that is the structure. Then the last one, we also have the finish. So the structure, that is the middle, that is the brickwork. Then the finishes. So the brickwork, for the thickness of the brickwork, we can give it 180. Then the finishes, we give them 1010. So that we have a total of 200. So under material, we can start with the wall itself to give it material. So you come under material where there is by category, you click under by category, you click there, there are some 3 dots. So these are the default materials we have in our new Revit, but we are going to create our own material. So we are going to create a new material. You come here to create and duplicate material. Actually, when you click on it, yeah, it brings something you can read, creates and duplicates material. So you are going to drop down, you are creating a new material. So this is the default new material you have created, but you want to rename it. You right click, then you rename it. You are going to rename it as brickwork. Yeah, I can name it as brickwork. Then I come to appearance, the appearance library. I go on appearance. How do I want it to look like? And appearance, I'll come to this to replace this one. Replaces this asset. So you click on it, it will bring this other dialog box. You look for appearance library. It is the second one. Appearance library. How do you want it to appear? You click on it, appearance library. And appearance library, we already have this material. We have these materials. Yeah, you can look for brick. There is this brick running red. Yeah, we can use this one. You come and replace it. It replaces the current asset in the editor. So that means we are replacing the wall we have duplicated. So you click on that, it just appears, as you can see. You remove this. Under graphics, under graphics we can also change. We change the surface pattern. We change the surface pattern. We can change it, we can leave it to none. Then we come under to cut pattern. That means what do we see when we have cut that wall of ours? So you come here, we give it a fill for brickwork. This one, you press OK. Also this one, the surface pattern as well, you change it to give it brickwork, you say OK. The color, you can make it more black. We may have black, say OK. Even this, we go up to down, you say OK. You apply, then you say OK. So we are going to change the finishes. We are going to give our finishes also material. So you come here, you drop the same way. You come here, the same procedure. You drop down, you create new material. It gives you the default material. You right click, you rename it. We can rename it as plaster 1. Plaster 1. You come under appearance library, you click here where you want to replace this asset. You come under appearance library. Under appearance library, when you drop down appearance library, we are looking for finish. So you come where there is finish. So this is the finish we have in our Revit. Or we can look for paint. We can look for paint. Paint is somewhere here. We can paint it. We can just go with this paint, the white one, replace it. You remove this, the color, yes, this is okay. That is white. So after replacing that, we apply, we say okay. Then also for the finish too, we can have the same plaster on both sides. So you drop this down, it is plaster 1, which we already created, you say okay. So that means we are going to have our brick and then the finishes, that is the plaster. So you say okay, apply, okay. You come to under architecture, you come to wall. So when you come to wall, you look for a wall. For this case, they've already brought it 200mm thick wall. That's the one we have created. So you say okay. So we are going to have our spaces inside these elevations, so that when we open our elevations, when you open any of these elevations, we are able to see our building. So I already start with 2 walls. We can have our first wall, a vertical wall, and 1 horizontal wall. So for these walls, they are going to help us do our spaces. Yeah, but when you want to see the wall we created, when you want to see the patterns, we come and play around with this down here, the graphics. Yeah, the graphics display. So we can change this to fine. So when we change to fine, you can see the pattern of the wall and also the finish. So we are going to have our 3-bedroom house. So how do we do the spaces? We have finished to do our 2 walls, the vertical one and the horizontal wall. So for this floor plan, I'm going to make it as simple as possible. I can extend this wall up to this wall by either dragging this up. This is the first method. I can either drag it up like that, or let me Ctrl Z, or I go under modify. This is where I'm going to find the drafting aids, which are going to help me do achieve what I want in the fastest way. So there is this one. This one trims single ends. So that means when I click on it, I click on the wall where I want the wall to trim, where I want it to end. So I can click on this, then I come and pick this one. That means to end here, if I don't want to drag the other way around. Then when I want this one to stop here, I can click this, then come here. That's also another way. Ctrl X, Ctrl Z to go back. Then there is also this tool. This one extends corners. So when I want to make this at 90, I come to this, I click on this wall and on this wall at the same time. So that's how I can make that 90. Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Another method is by clicking on this, you come here, you drag it up, then you come to this one, you drag it so that they meet at the same point. But I want us to get used to these drafting aids. So I'll use this one. Click on this and on this one. So I'm going to have I want to have my sitting room first. My sitting room stroke the living room. So that means I'll need another wall here to close this space. I come to architecture, I click on wall, they bring that wall. So when I see that star, that means it is already activated. I can draw the wall. Or in the similar way, instead of going this side of architecture, wall, then I choose the wall, I can just click on this wall. When I'm still under modify, there's this drafting aid which helps you to create similar. This means what you've clicked on, you can always create it like you're creating something similar to that. Or the shortcut is CS. You can click on it, so the wall will be activated. I can draw a wall. Or when I click on this wall, or this wall, I press CS, it activates, it creates what? The similar wall. So I want this to be my sitting room. So we are going to assign dimensions. I go to modify. I come here where there is the measuring tool. I click on it, or I press DI for dimension. So I can click on it. So when you do this, remember it is measuring from the center of the walls, but we want it to start measuring on the faces of the wall. So what do? I click on it. The reference, you come here where there is wall center line, you drop down, you pick wall faces. So we shall pick this from there up to here for the wall faces. Or if you don't want to just come to this align dimension tool, you just click DI, then it activates dimension like that, so you can dimension. Yeah. So I want my sitting room to be 5 meters. Let me make it 5.5. 5.5. Internal dimensioning. 5.5. Then on my left, I want to have one room on my left, and on my right I want to have a master bedroom. So on my left I have 2 bedrooms, then I have the master bedroom this side. So I click on this, I come here to create similar. This way is where I want my other 2 rooms. I press escape. After drawing, I deactivate that. So I come to my dimensioning, I click on it, I measure from here to here, I also measure from here to here. So I want, for this side, I'm going to have my master bedroom. Let me have it 4 meters. It's 4,000. I'm putting 4,000 because our working units are in millimeters. Yeah, 4,000 millimeters, those are 4 meters. So you remember this. Yeah, it extends our corners. Yeah, when you place your cursor there, they actually display for your video how it works. So I want to join this corner with this corner. Then I want these other rooms to be, this is 3 meters, to be 3.5. 3.5. So we have our living space, the bedroom this side, the 2 rooms. So now we are going to do horizontal walls as well. You click on this, on any wall, then you come here to create similar. So it activates that wall. So we are going to partition this living room of ours, dimension it, let it be also 5.5. Make it 5.5. So I'm going to have The next thing I'm going to have here my dining, then I'll have my kitchen somewhere here. This whole master bedroom, my dining, my kitchen, and the two other rooms. So let me create a walkway here. I click on this wall, create similar. I create a walkway, a corridor in between here, which will take us to these rooms, the dining, the master bedroom, the kitchen. I click on this, I dimension it as well, 1.2. Yeah, 1.2 is okay. 1.2 is okay for this corridor. Can go by that. Then now I want space for my dining. I create similar. I draw the horizontal wall. I dimension it the same way I've been doing. I can have it 4 meters. 4,000. So let me join this to this. This is 5.5, but I cannot have my dining 5.5 by 4 for such a small house. So I click on it, I create similar, I divide this space. I'm going to divide it to have a dining and a kitchen. So I dimension this. Can have it 3.5. Then I can have my kitchen around here. So I can extend this wall to reach here, so that doesn't go in the kitchen. I want space for the kitchen here. I trim it. I come here, I click on this. I click on this wall. I click on this wall where I want this one to end. So I've already clicked on it. Then I click on this. So it trims just at that point. So I need another wall here for the kitchen. Click on the wall, I create similar. I dimension it the same way I've been doing. I can make it 3.2 for our kitchen. So for these 2 bedrooms, let me first work on this side. So I can have this wall extended up to this wall. So I need a corridor here to enter this bedroom of mine. I extend this wall down somewhere there. I extend this wall up to this wall. Click on this, I extend this. So this, I'll have here a corridor to enter this bedroom. So I'll leave this here. So I'll come like this, enter this master bedroom. So for this master bedroom, I need to create a wall here to enter this side. Here I'm going to have a walk-in closet, then the washroom for the master bedroom. After taking a shower, I walk in the closet, then to the bed. So I create similar. I dimension as usual. So my walk-in closet can be 2.5. 0.5. I join these two walls. So 2.5, what is the distance I'm remaining with for the master bedroom? Let me check it out. 4.2 by 4. Yeah, this is okay. So I'll have here my walk-in closet. Let me check its length. 2.6. I can have it at 3.3 or 3.2. Yeah, 3.3. So that means I would leave this wall to only stop at this. So I click on this. I join these two walls. It brings an error that you can't keep elements joined. So that means I want to join the elements. Yeah, so I can have this. I need a wall here. So I click on a wall. I create similar. Create it somewhere here. So I can first go with this dimension and dimension it again. 3.5. 2.5, I can reduce it to 3.3. So I'll join this wall to this one. I'll come here and join this to this. Then I extend this wall to this. To that. So I have here my walk-in closet. I need here the washroom. Click on the wall. I copy similar. Create another wall. I dimension it. I can give it 2 meters. 2 meters by 3.3. That is okay. Then this is our kitchen. I'll stop this wall at this. Come. Do this. So this is our kitchen. Our kitchen, I can have a store around. That's a pantry inside the kitchen. I can have it in line with this one. So I can draw another wall up here. So I want to align this wall to this one. So this is the line tool. This is the line tool. You click on it. Come and click in the middle of this wall. You align it like that. So that means this wall is in line with this one. Then we join these ends. And we extend this one to that point. So we have our sitting room, dining, kitchen, master bedroom, the walk-in closet, the master bathroom, and the pantry. So I'm going to have my 2 other bedrooms this side. Let me extend this wall up to this side. Come here, click on this, I extend this wall. My bedroom, can have here my bedroom 1. That means I have to close this part as well. Click on it, I copy similar. Click on that, I dimension it the same way. It is 3.5, so if it is 3.5 we can make it 3.5 by 3. So we can have this at 3 meters. Then we join these 2. So we have our room here. We need a corridor here. We need a corridor which comes to this other room. So you click on this, you copy similar. Shall need a corridor somewhere there. Of 1.2. 1.2. When you measure it, should be giving us 1.2. Then we do another line, another wall for the next bedroom. You copy similar, draw the wall. I want it to be in line with this wall. So let me check if it is in line. Yeah, it is in line. So I extend it to this part. Then this one, it can stop at this wall. Come click on this. I extend it there. So I'm remaining with this one room. This will be our common washroom. Click on this. I create similar. Come here, create this. I dimension. Yeah, I can have it also 3 meters. Now let me have this one at 3.3 meters. No, 3.5. 3.5 by 3.5. This bedroom to be bigger than the other one. So this can be 3.5. I join these 2 walls. I extend this one here. Come to this. Click on this. I extend. So our spaces are done for the walls. We have bedroom 1, the washroom, bedroom 2, our dining, our kitchen, our sitting room, our master bedroom, our walk-in closet, the master bathroom, then the pantry. So when you want to view this in our 3D, the 3D, that is how to see what we have come up with. You come here up where there is this house logo. You click on it, it opens the 3D. So you change the graphics to fine. You can view it in shaded, you can view it in hidden lines, but for this case we can view it in shaded. So this is what we have in the 3D. So we can move it a bit in the middle here so that I don't have to adjust the elevations. I can move it in the middle. I select all and I move it in the middle of these elevations. So when you go in 3D, you realize our walls are past the roof level. Yeah, I wanted to show you this in 3D because if we had to change it when we're still in the ground floor, it will be hard for someone to understand. Yeah, but in 3D, and if we change, someone can easily understand. So when you click, we want this wall to end on the roof level. The wall shouldn't go past the roof level because we're having a bungalow. So you click on any of the walls, you come here. So the base constraint, that is where it is starting from. It is starting from the ground floor, which is at 0, 0, the base offset. The top constraint, we connect it to the roof level. So you drop down, you connect up to the roof level, click on roof level. So our wall will go down up to the roof level. You do this for the rest. Drop this up to roof level. But this could be tiresome to do one wall by one. You can come here where under design, under modify, you look for this brush. This brush matches property. That means when you click on it and you click on this wall, it will remove the properties of this wall to match it with this other wall. So you can do that. That means they will all copy the properties of this wall you first clicked on to match all the rest. Or another way, the fastest and easy way is first Ctrl Z to take us back. You can click on one wall, you right click, you select all instances in the visible view. So it has selected all the walls. Then you come here under top constraint, you drop down, you connect to roof level. So they will all go at once to the roof level. So this is what we have. Yeah, this is the model we have in 3D on the ground floor. This is what we have. Yeah, but I need to add some shades around the verandas. So since this is our sitting room, I'm going to add a shade around here. So I'll click on this wall, I copy similar, I draw a wall here, I can have this shade. Since it is our entrance veranda, we can have it at 2 meters. This is okay. So I can join this with this. this with this. So this is going to be our shed. Then also at the kitchen side, we need that outside veranda. Yeah, the outside veranda. So I'll do the same. I'll copy similar. I come here and draw this. I dimension. I can have it at 1.5 for the outside veranda. So I have to join this to this. I join these two walls. Also join these two walls. This is the shed, the back shed, then the entrance veranda. So when you come in the 3D, you actually don't see that. So we are going to edit this. We are going to have a veranda here. So that means this wall is supposed to start from the beam level. The beam level, since our walls are 3.5, we can have our beam level at 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. Then we have 1 meter for the brickwork. So you can either edit it in 3D on the ground floor, but on the floor plan, you edit it from the ceiling plan, because it will be above. It will not be visible on this ground floor. So when you click on it, you come to the base offset. It is starting from the ground floor. The base offset, we want it to offset 2.5 from the ground, and the top offset to be 1 meter, to make a total of 3.5. So this will be 1 meter. You say okay, it will disappear from here. But when you come to our ceiling plan, the ground floor plan, you'll be able to see it. It is here. It is up. In the 3D, when you click on the 3D, you'll see it. So when you click this, actually it has gone past our roof level. So the top constraint, it will be 0, because it is already on the roof level. So it is on the roof level, so this will be 0. So that stops exactly there. But we can copy similar. We can match properties. But when you click on this wall, it goes entirely up to this side. But we only want this part to come up, not up to this side. So what do? That means we are going to break this wall into 2. So we come to our ground level. We break this wall using this split tool. Yeah, this is a split tool we use. So you click on it, you come and break. You break this wall. You come to this one as well, you break it. So that means you shall also break this one and break this one as well. So when you click on it, you see it doesn't select up to this side. So you are going to match the properties in the 3D. So you click on this match property tool, then you click on this wall, you match it to this one, the same way to this one. Yeah, so we have our shed and veranda in this way. So this is what we have for this episode. Yeah, how you can come up with the spaces. Watch out for the next episode. I'm going to teach how we do naming, tagging of these rooms. So after tagging the rooms, then we are going to do our openings. When I talk about openings, I mean the doors, the windows. Yeah, so in the next video, I'll show you how we name these rooms, how we can have our openings, our doors, our windows, and how we can furnish this project of ours. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something. Till next time.